Hi everybody. I am I am live. I have a short um stream in order. Or not in order, but I want to do that is about the red pill and my opinions on it. And it is a challenge to the red pill community. Not today, but I want it can be a debate or anything that they wish or desire. I personally, I think that the red pill, and I'm talking about the OG red pill, like the MGTOW and the um other semi homoerotic stuff, where they just hate on women and refuse to understand the purpose and place of men and women in society. I mean, I get not liking the imbalances that we have in society and how what's up, Slick Rick, and how it seems that these courts are biased against men, and to be fair, society is inherently biased against men because we're supposed to be the protectors. We're the ones capable of violence. We're typically the aggressors. So I mean, I feel like the red pill community is right for the wrong reasons. And like Flow State made a video on family court, and it really resonated with me because red pill is right for the wrong reasons. And there has been so many. Hey, Halted, what's up? Well, I'm glad you refused to take your medicine. But because so many men have dealt with this bias and have told other men about said bias, a lot of men just give up. Now, Flow State was specifically talking about family court and his personal dealings with it, but you can see this defeatism in all aspects of society. What's up, Industrico? How you doing, buddy? But you can see this defeatism in men in all states. So you have men who have never had a girlfriend or have only had one or two relationships that are young that are like, "Oh, I don't want to pursue it because, she can hurt me, or, if we have a family or get pregnant, I'm on the hook for that." And it's kind of dumb. And you really see that in the family court stuff Flo was talking about. Like, you're a man. You're supposed to be prepared. You're supposed to be the dominating one. You're supposed to be strong. You're supposed to have a backbone. You're supposed to let certain stuff wash over you like it was nothing. And I see that MGTOW and the original Red Pill kind of push this narrative of defeatism and weakness, and it kind of is perfect. It's kind of proliferated throughout our society. And this stream is just me. I want to know, if you're in my community or in the panelverse and you watch my streams, why why you believe in the red pill. Flow Blow, your latest idol? No, I mean, he just said some stuff that resonates with me, just like when Be Brave says some stuff that resonates with me. Is there anything wrong referencing someone's talking points that you either agree or disagree with? I don't know, but I do feel like this defeatism has permeated our society and is for the worst. And I've never really seen any concrete data or concrete reasoning why it's not. We all get society's bias against men, but it's supposed to be. We create society to protect our women and our children. That's a biological fact. So, but I don't really see any real evidence as to men being truly victimized. And when I say truly victimized, I'm going to use the because this is always the MGTOW go to the family court and the divorce rates, right? I'd say about 7 out of 10 times you see where they get out of these court battles, and men just lose everything and get screwed over. But how many out of that 7 out of 10 is where the dude just gave up and didn't fight and didn't do his due diligence? It seems like it's the vast majority, if not all of it. White Girl Wednesday, I don't know what that is. I'm sorry, Halted. Feel free to come up if you want, bud. Yeah, anybody can come up. I posted the StreamYard link in the Discord, and it's pinned to the it's pinned to the top. But I don't this defeatism in our society. I feel like that is the cause of the perceived injustice that men face. Because if you're not oh, it's a Twitter thing. If you're not willing to fight your own battles, people are not going to fight them for you. The court is not going to fight for you. The court is there to make a decision based on two groups of evidence. I've seen time and time again men that stand up that fight, whether it be court battles or they fight for their relationships or they try to make themselves a better man, they win time and time again. Regardless of their ideology, regardless of their religion, they win every time. But then you've always got this subsect of every ideology, everything that pushes this MGTOW, like original red pill sort of thing. And it seems to prey off of angry people that have been screwed over, but also don't want to fight, don't want to change. I've been on exactly halted. Flow State said that he won custody of his daughter twice. That he had two court cases, and he emphasized the importance of planning and actually being there and fighting for it. So that actually goes along with my point. That's wonderful, and I'm glad your brother has custody of his children. Like I don't I get that we as a society men face a stigma in the modern world that all men are predators and man bad. That is not a lie. That is not wrong. Um, Before that, I had no contact with him. Now they call me the based uncle and play video with me time from time to time. That is wholesome as hell, and I'm glad you have that. Family connections are important, but we all know family can't. I ain't trying to black pill, but we all know family can screw you over. But family connections are still very important and worth pursuing. If you don't, you're dumb and you're defeatist. But um, as I was saying, like these men, they choose not to fight, and then they wonder why bad things happen to them. It's like when you're jobless, if you're just complaining that you don't have a job and it's biased against white people if you're white, or it's biased against black people if you're black. If you're not putting in applications because you've already adopted this defeatist mentality, you're not going to improve your situation. Like I've talked to incels in Discord. Some of them show their face on the VC and whatnot, and they're moderately attractive young men. And there's women in some of these servers, these incel servers, and they're literally there because they want attention. And these dudes, like even on the internet, these dudes are like, nah, women are evil, women are, and will talk trash to these women. They won't even give them attention. They won't even talk. They won't even practice on talking to a woman on the internet. And these people will sit there and tell you, "Oh, I'm ugly," or society hates women. Like it's. I think being an incel is a mental disorder. I think that I don't know how much society plays into it, but I've talked to some of these people, moderately attractive, have a job, like they don't want to try. Is my point. And I think that MGTOW and the original Red Pill, whatever its incarnation is of today, I think they latch on to people like that, and that's how they're able to still be alive because it's not a dead movement, but it's decaying and dying and devolving from what it was back in 2016 or from 2013 to 2016 because there was a lot of the cultural stuff that people don't really talk about unless it's reference to Trump in 2016. But a lot of the stuff that we know as quote unquote alt right or dissident discourse started about 2013 and really got popular in 2016. I mean, I mean, the courts can make that decision even if she wasn't a druggie. Rick, do you disagree with anything I'm saying? And like right now, this is completely my opinion. There are no facts here. There's only logical conclusions in my opinion. I This is a challenge for anybody who's in the red pill community. Not today, but at some other time to have a discussion on this because like I said, I feel like it's defeatism. I've seen it firsthand. And honestly, I think all of us men play a part in it at certain points in our life, especially if we're depressed or we're angry, even if we mean to or not. And there are some things that I agree with the MGTOW and the red pill. Like we need male solidarity. We need to we need to curtail simps. We need to mock simps. Like there like there are some legitimate things that they say. You know, a broken clock is right twice a day. But the defeatism, it's got to go. And like the problem with the MGTOW movement, besides the defeatism, is it sees women as the enemy, just like feminism sees men as the enemy. And in truth, men and women are like yin and yang. We are opposites, but we complement one another. You know, I've explained this to several female friends and several girlfriends. I'm dating you or I'm with you or married to you, you belong to me. But that has nothing to do with the patriarchy. I belong to you. We are each other's property. We have loyalty and bonds to one another. We have responsibility and duty to one another. It's not just about trust and loyalty. It's we have a duty that we've told each other we'll be there for one another. And MGTOW and like MGTOW, red pill, and feminism, and like I think it's evolved to like men's rights activists. Like I think they're two sides of the same bird, and they don't. It's not that they seek to divide; it's that they see the opposite gender as the enemy instead of the system, and they get into this tribalism that you see in America, where it's either ideological or cult of personality, and I'll get into that later. Um, where if it goes against the ideology or it doesn't help the ideology, it's left out, meaning that they don't care about it, right? So building up young men and actually making sure that they are pursuing worthwhile endeavors with education, that they are being physically fit and learning how to make good decisions. Because a large part of this problem with women is there's garbage human beings in everything, especially genders and religions and races, like everything. So people are wanting the obvious red flag whore because she's easy, and they want to make that a housewife because it's easy access to sex. And when she inevitably cheats on them or does drugs or does something horrible, they want to whine and complain and do the exact same thing they accuse women of doing by obfuscating accountability. And it really like I think the horseshoe argument is gay and retarded, but it really does fit in a lot of these ideological cults. Is 9 times out of 10 it's rules for thee and not rules for me and not thee, or whatever you put it. Is It just that's what it seems like to me from the outside looking in. I went on the liberal dudes panel that was on Raging Tomato yesterday, and I pointed this out that the left and many ideologically based organizations are in a obviously an ideological cult, while the right is typically in a cult of personality. And like he literally argued with me against it, and then he started hammering Donald Trump when somebody asked about China. And like he didn't admit he was a Marxist, but he said he's left of everyone else. And like I cut through the bullshit, and I called him out. I'm like, you proved my point, dude. You literally proved my point that you obfuscate from your side and push it onto someone else. Oh, Imperious is angry. Cry about it. How about that? Anyway, um, this is another thing. Like this goes into the kind of mentality of dissidents in general. You see somebody like Imperious who's antagonistic. These same organizations like MGTOW are antagonistic. They keep on whining. If you don't tolerate their bullshit, they escalate and whining and complaining for no reason other than you don't want anything to do with them. And it's just tiresome and it's ultimately bad for society. But like I said, this is just a challenge to the red pill philosophy. It was going to be super short. I do want to eventually have a debate on the red pill and the MGTOW stuff. So whenever anyone reaches out to me who's part of the MGTOW or red pill or men's rights activists, if they want to have a conversation and debate, I will bring my evidence. I hope they can bring theirs, and then we can have a actual discussion about it. This has just been my opinion. Tribalism, whether it's based around gender, race, religion, like extremist tribalism, is retarded. It makes you bullheaded. It makes you unable to think. If we could do all that stuff without tribalism, I feel like we'd be in a better situation. But I'm gonna go bullshit with Imperious and mock him for being a crybaby. Actually, hold on 1 second. I'll show everyone what the little bitch boy said. Stop advertising your faggot ortho queer in the server. I'll have you ban pussy that ban people don't get to advertise. He is that angry. He is so fucking angry. And I just replied, cry about it. Oh, here we go. The whole running from me part. The whole running from me part. Now let's see the excuse for why he doesn't pop up. Nah, Imperious has been gassed up to the point. Oh, here we go. Hold on, here we go. The excuse. Fuck you, faggot. Your tough talk that turns to why we can't get along. I'm just gonna tell him he's an attention whore. But this is the issue. These people don't have an argument. Yes, Imperious gets mad at anybody who and he thinks he's somebody's god. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Hold on. This is fun for me. I'm your god and I'll fuck your BF flow up. I mean, I don't care if you debate flow or not. People care about me, that's why they pay thousands. Buddy, you're a fake lawyer. I don't care. You're an attention whore. It's all you've got. Straight up. You're a crybaby. If you're that wealthy, go fuck some chicks. Go study for some cases. I'm not gonna tolerate your bullshit. What's up, Gary? What's up, Gary?
What up? What up? What the heck's going on with you and Imperious, man? Imperious has been going wild in Chaotix Discord for a while. He kept talking about you earlier. Did you do
He,
something?
I
Or is
guess he
he
really
still
wants
butthurt?
my dick. I guess he really wants my
What the heck
dick. He
did you?
acts like an abused girlfriend.
Yeah.
I didn't do
What the heck
anything.
was he talking about? Ah,
I I just happened to see it when I went to put the stream link in there. Like I wanted to do a small opinion piece on by the way, this is where the red pill ideology really when it gets from MGTOW to men going their own way and it proliferates. This is where this whiny type of bitch made personality gets you.
well,
What
dang.
he's mad that I put him off. Like he's like, you block like a bitch. Ha 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 ha. What a woman. Wait till I tell CT.
Didn't he? Did he threaten to also block you as well?
Yeah, he deleted my link to my first video, and I just told him I just put it back in there and said Imps is afraid.
Oh, okay.
Did I block? I don't remember blocking him from the
Blocking him on
StreamYard.
your channel or just kicking?
I
You
kicked him
kicked him
out
off
of
the
the. I
panel?
kicked him,
Is that
yeah,
what?
I kicked him off the
Yeah, is
panel.
that what
That's
you said?
it. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. I can see if I banned him. I don't think I banned him. If I did, I didn't mean to. I can undo it.
I wonder if he's gonna plan on hopping on other streams and trying to bring that shit. Cause I ain't having that shit brought to my. I mean, he does know where my channel is, and I brought him up before.
Well, he cries and acts like a battered woman. So I will be blocking him on Discord because I'm not going to do this back and forth.
Okay. I mean, he went at it. Speaking of Imperious, he did go at it with Angry Snowman and Bumpkin on CTs earlier today.
Well, I'm checking and see if I actually blocked him
Oh, this is gonna
because
be interesting.
I don't think I blocked him. Or I banned him because I haven't even done that with King Shinard. I don't want to make a channel off the drama shit. So if this is just Imperious thinking he's helping me, if this is him thinking he is like winning or him doing it, like I don't want anything to do with any drama from anybody or anybody's side. Like we can talk about it and we can talk about why it happened and how to end it, but if it comes here, I'm not gonna let it spill out over here. You know, talking about it's one thing, but bringing bullshit and trying to start shit and arguing and shitting up a panel is another thing.
Yeah, that is kind
And
of insane.
that's what I won't allow to happen. But yeah, no, you're not blocked. Nobody's blocked. Imperious, I don't know if you're watching or if you were just crying about it because I posted it in CT's thing. I'm not
Probably
like
both.
everyone else. I
Probably
will
both.
fight you I will fight you IRL. I'm not gonna do this bullshit. So if it's that pressing, I mean, I'll send you my address. You're wealthy enough to come to where I'm at. Not to try to sound like a tough guy, but I genuinely don't give a fuck. So. Uh, I genuinely don't see where he's blocked on my StreamYards account.
I don't think he probably isn't then.
I'm
Did you
re-
have any? Do you have anybody blocked?
No, I don't block anybody. I just remove them from the panel. I remove them from the panel and kick them from the thing, and just don't bring them back up if they re-enter and keep kicking them.
Oh, okay.
Then again, I don't know how to find the block stuff, so I'm going through everything. Because if he is actually blocked on principle, I'm gonna unblock him. But I don't see everything I'm clicking on that would be like where where it would show a blocked account. Like right now, I'm in the account settings, right?
Uh-huh.
There's nothing about any blocked accounts. I looked at my team settings. There's nothing about a blocked account. System status. No, that's not it. Like he's not blocked. He's just lying.
I don't know. Maybe he's blocked in his mind. Maybe his brain is blocked. Maybe he's blocked in his brain. Show
What's
block
funny?
pic.
What's funny? What's funny is in the chat. I did time him out and like didn't like and like hit him. But the reason that that's okay is guess what? Everybody in my chat has a wrench so they can still see and engage with what he says. It's part of the reason everyone has a wrench on my channel. So I did accidentally time him out for 24 hours. I mentioned it on that other stream, and then because I
Wait,
hit
is
him
that
and then
yeah?
Moxley unhit him.
Is that what you think he's talking about? That whole
No, he's talking
hiding?
about he literally said in our Discord he's a fucking attention seeking little bitch, dude. That's all it is. He did not get enough attention growing up.
Not gonna lie, this is kind of sad. Ain't Imperius like 40 or 50 or something like that too? Doing all this?
I don't know.
Either way, it's depressing.
No, he is blocked. He just posted something in CT's Discord. I'm asking Truism how do I unblock him because I didn't mean to do that. Do I think it's worse than Brick? No, because like Brick is Brick is a
Brick is weird, man.
yeah, he's a whiner. Like he just whines. Period. Imperius just wants attention. Like they both obviously didn't get enough attention growing up. But I mean, I don't know how to unblock him. I guess when I kicked him out, I accidentally clicked the wrong thing. Like here's the thing. He acts like anything you do on your channel against him is like a slight or an attack. It's like nigga, people make mistakes. People don't want to tolerate your bullshit. Just because you got booted from a panel because nobody wants to stroke your ego doesn't mean you win. That's literally like kicking over the blocks. It's like, oh, I win. Like,
I
bruh,
win.
I win. I destroyed the fun for everybody, but I won. Like the fuck, dude. He's not even a lunatic, bro. He's somebody that's never got slapped the fuck around for acting retarded, and it's evident. He's not a lunatic or a psychopath. He's just a bitch.
Oh, here you go.
The world is about me, Chica. Dude, I love how it's always the people who act emotionally feminine and wig the fuck out that want to call everyone else a woman.
I've been in more fights than you can imagine. Okay, daggum. That's not much of a.
Okay, this part I'll unblock you on Discord. This part we can keep between ourselves. I'm not going to tolerate it. But I'll send you my address if you actually want to do this.
Dang.
But let's keep the actual, wannabe bravado in between you and I. I'm actually taking up the time, unironically. Truism just sent this to me. I don't know if it was in DMs or CTs. Like, I'm actually taking up the time to try to unblock him.
How to block viewers, bans, guess, moderate chat. Oh, okay.
It's like, I don't know how to do it. Okay, so since he typed in, I can No, it only says ban user and delete their comments. I don't want to do that. He's not, because he's not banned in the StreamYard. because I get the option to ban user and delete their comments when I click on his name. Again, you have an ego, but you're such a Christian, right? All right, here, banning studio guests.
If he wants to confront you, would you let him up?
Yeah, I have no problem with it.
All
I mean,
right.
I'm gonna lower his sound so he's not gonna talk. He's not gonna talk over me on my panel. It's my fucking panel. It's my house, my rules. I do that for everyone else, and I expect the same treatment.
What is up with Imperious talking about balls and dick all the time?
Pseudo homosexual.
Oh my god.
I am so retarded. It's under the settings in the actual studio, under the settings gear.
Oh.
Forget. I do. Okay, so I do have 2 people blocked, and that's because it's MC Nemesis, and that's because he porn bombed me, and it is Imperious. So Imperious, you're removed now. You should be able to join. NC Nemesis will not. Anybody who porn bombs will not receive they will immediately be blocked. No, dude, I made a mistake when I kicked you because there's like 3 different buttons for kicking. So try again. You get your little attention. Here you go, Imperious. Come on, come get your attention, baby girl. Yeah, MC Nemesis was here like my first 2 streams, and like I didn't care about him shouting the M word with Nightish because I've said it on stream, and like I didn't care about that. And then NC Nightish kind of started winning their little argument, and he decided to porn bomb, so he got booted.
In my opinion, MC, at least the way what I know about NC Nemesis, he reminds me a lot of what's his name? Jay Prince. He's like a white Jay Prince.
Yo, what's up, True? Here, let me. I'm dealing with somebody in the chat. Let me get you a wrench, buddy. Hop up if you want to, man. Come on, Imperious, hit the link. Hit the link. Hit the link. Come on, boy. Hit the link. You wanted to talk shit. Hit the link.
Oh god.
There's a difference between being a woman and just not tolerating fucking emotional men who then also want to call you a woman. You're not black. I don't care. I mean, either way, you act like a nigger, so it doesn't matter. In the words of Shiloh Hill, if you act like it. I think that's what upsets Imperious the most. Oh, here he is. Hey, baby girl, how you feeling?
What's up, bitch? It's very easy. Anybody who runs, anybody who mutes, anyone in general,
no one's running.
who's afraid to interact,
this is a YouTube channel.
And
this is a YouTube channel, not a fucking fist fight.
Like a woman. There you go, bitch.
Not a street fight. I will unblock you on Discord and send you my address if you want to fight. Are you down? Actually, give me your email. Give me your email. And we
you're my bitch. No, you're my bitch. I already have you in the palm of my hand. You're my bitch.
Oh, because
you're my bitch. You're my bitch. Ortho. You're my bitch.
Because I have standards and I did not intend to block you. Really? Nice obfuscation. You can sit in the back if you want to overtalk.
Did he leave?
No, I put him in the back. I will do that. I'm not gonna let you overtalk. Now, can you talk sensible like a good little girl?
Like a woman, just like a woman. You act like a woman. Your panel's like a woman. You act like a woman.
Oh
my! The fact that you silence.
Want to be here, but you
because I like torturing and showing that. Like you were the tough guy. You were the one saying, "Let's kill all the blacks. Let's have a white." And then you run and say, "Oh, the race is shooting bad each other's throat." You said it on CT a bunch of times. You said it on a couple people's channel. You said you want to kill. You say, "Let's get rid of the black. Let's kill the blacks."
I've never said that.
And then you cry.
I have never said that. Garen, have you ever heard me say that?
No, it's kind of a first.
Has anyone ever heard me say that? Though. Yeah, I've heard Imperius say it. This is obfuscation.
I mean, he said it today.
Yeah, no, I say that if we have a violent population and we have people that want to fight, let's fight. And I say that we should not lose that fight. We should endeavor to not lose that fight. I also say that war crimes don't exist. The RP also applies.
Anybody who thinks red pill's anything already is a bitch.
The red pill also applies to cook, man.
Anything that anyone discusses a red pill's a bitch. Anyone who thinks about women more than a piece of dog shit, they're nothing. They're not even fucking human. You fuck them and then you toss them.
Where did she hurt you at? How much money?
Well, your girl's fat, so she almost crushed my leg. So again,
so she hurt your leg?
The fact that you can't emotionally see what every man before you've seen since the beginning of time, that we use them like an object and they were for a purpose, and then if they died like kids. That shows that you are a bitch. You think when my grandparents died, I cried or cared? You think when my parents, I don't give a shit. I don't expect people to give a shit if and I don't expect people to give a shit if I'm dying. Who gives a fuck? I'm gonna live forever. What the fuck does that mean? You aren't a true believer, you ortho cuck. You're a bitch.
I'm not orthodox.
No, exactly. That's why you're just a cuck then. So you don't have any. You need to anchor your life to this world. Give a fuck, and that's why you'll always lose. Because I've had to. No, sir. I've been crushed. I've had bones broken. I'm almost dead. I don't give a shit.
I have too.
But the difference is I don't care. I was hoping I would have gone. For to live is for your benefit, and for death is gain. You're fucking pussy, dude. And that's why I don't want to hear your fucking voice on this fucking
but yet you're here.
Because I'm gonna silence you. I'm gonna fucking finish you like I finish everyone.
Send me your email and we can.
Yeah. I already have. I've made you submissive like a bitch.
Where's it?
That's why you sit here like a bitch. I already told you, King's MMA, Huntington Beach. Anytime you want to go there, we can meet. Sign the disclosure.
I mean, look, man.
Yeah.
Show your
anytime. Sign the waivers.
I asked you for your email. I'm gonna silence someone who makes an accusation without backing it up, because I have that power over here.
Well, hello.
Josh, you're gonna have to get your boy.
I heard what he was saying. I came up. I jumped on the last part of this. So something about death and I don't know, fuck everybody that feels the certain way.
And balls. Don't forget about that.
A lot of balls.
A lot of balls, yeah.
Yeah, technically, we're both. We're not far from each other. There's a slight difference, though. The way I express myself is not as aggressive. I don't believe in attacking people.
Well, the aggression isn't the problem. It's being an oblivious faggot about it.
There's a certain way to engage people effectively, even if you disagree. I disagree with a lot of people on a lot of things. I don't feel the need to aggressively just fight everybody over everything. What's the point?
Me and Imperius have never really had an argument like this. He's just ass mad that I won't stroke his ego because I have a bunch of other shit going on in my life and I don't want to hear someone like him speak at me.
I apologize. I connected late. I just walked in the door. I'm getting ready to go back out in a couple hours. And I heard the back end of this conversation. Give me the context. What did I miss?
So basically, I've been doing streams and I've been getting more and more viewers. I did something on the Shiloh Hill. Me and him had a short debate about the Shiloh stuff, and he said something. Yeah, he said something about ending everyone and da 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 da. And I'm like, bruh, and you know some of the stuff I've got going on personal in my life.
Right.
I'm like,
yeah.
I'm seriously thinking in my head, like, I'm not gonna entertain your ego and have you overtalk my panel when I'm trying to have a good time and have a discussion. So I bounced him. Well, he kept coming back in, so I booted him from the thing, and I guess I accidentally clicked ban while booting him. And I wasn't aware, so when I sent him the link, he acted like he tried to strut around, acting like it was some type of super. You want me enslaved? That's cute. You can try. I feel like there's homoerotic undertonings behind you wanting to enslave other men, but that's beside the point.
Bam.
With the way you talk about balls.
I want to know why. Damn, I kind of want to ask him back up, but this is your show.
No, I'll bring him back. I'm doing it because it annoys him, and he's accusing me of being a woman, and I find it funny.
I want to know specifically, Imperious.
Wait, Josh. Beforehand, make sure.
Make sure what?
I was going to say, make sure you get everything you say out, because the second Ortho lets him back up here, he's going to start screaming.
No, yeah. me and Imperious actually can have a conversation. It's I've never actually had a
no, I'm not talking about like at you. I'm talking about Ortho.
Yeah, I know. I want to know, Imperious, why this cannot be a conversation. I mean, at the end of the day, there's different point of views, usually around one single thing. Why is it we are not allowed to have a conversation and actually try to understand the perception and point of view from the other person? Why is that always a problem? Why does it have to be
I can answer. He's a provocateur. He either thinks he's helping, or he's a retard and actually believes this shit. And like I said, I don't want to grow my channel or audience through the drama. So if he actually believes this shit, well, because like I've kind of heard him change, and people do change. It's a sign of growth.
Oh, Imperious is very capable of conversation. Very capable.
Well, he's also ass mad that I booted him. He's an attention whore above all else.
Yeah, I get the. I didn't know you'd banned him. I mean,
I didn't mean to ban him.
Yeah, I didn't. I wasn't aware of that. I know how he was behaving and got thrown off panels. That's nothing new, actually.
Yeah. But I'm gonna let him up to answer your question if you're done with it.
Please.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like, oh, Ortho's a bitch. You know, if you get booted from 109 panels, it's, you know, never your fault, right?
What's wrong with 110?
Imperious, that is my question. I'd like it to be a conversation. I really am not. I'm absolutely not in the this month. I am not in the mood for this shit. To be honest with you,
Imperious, I will let you say what you want on my panel if you do the Richard Spencer bit about mushroom Swiss burger.
Damn.
All right, baby girl, there you go.
Josh, it is very simple. Okay?
Okay.
Anybody that ever mutes somebody, boots somebody, bans somebody, is therefore a subhuman to me, and I can do anything I want to him. It's that simple. Because when I was young, okay, we said everything. I had black kids in my class drawing Swazis on desks. Okay, I don't ever like. I am an absolutist in everything.
Help me understand this. When you were
somebody mutes, I told you.
You're a subhuman if you do that. Let me ask some more detailed questions.
Does CT mute you?
I don't know.
I'm literally part of the show. He talks to me on. No. He tells me what he's doing. No, he texts me or DMs me and tells me, okay, I want you in here. This is what. You don't know what he does on his show.
That's why I'm asking you.
When Imperious, when you were growing up, did whatever you say not come with consequences?
Well, no, because I was the one usually hurting people. Like my big brother had to because I'm like the middle kid, one of the middles. I genuinely just like hurting people. When I was put in, I remember when we were all in daycare, I grabbed a kid and threw him off the top of the monkey bars and just laughed about it.
Why is it that you feel the need?
It's not a need. It's just a pleasure. So it's just pleasure. Like hurting other people is a pleasure. And the only thing that restrains me is my Catholic pledge.
You derive pleasure from hurting other people.
Well, yeah, a lot of the time, or dominating or influencing. Yeah.
So you got a little bit of psychopathy. Okay.
No, if I was a psychopath, I wouldn't understand that about myself.
No. I said you got a little bit of psychopathy. You have that.
Yeah, it's called psychopathy. No, it's called psychopathy. Not psychopathy. Psychopathy. Yes, sir.
I like them.
See, I understand these traits about myself. A true psychopath doesn't understand those traits. He thinks it's the normalcy. See, me, I've restrained myself my whole life because I'm Catholic, because I bow to the ultimate power in this world, and that power bows to the ultimate power in the universe. The chain of command. That's all. Like there's just like Grid said in his show. He would have butchered 100,000 people if he wasn't Christian.
Now, here's what I guess I don't understand is, do you think that if there's like a group of people, let's just say there's like 5 of us up here on the panel, right? And you say, okay, I derive pleasure from harming other people, even if it's
not even harming, it's more just influencing.
Why not? Why not actually use your intellect? Because I know you enough to know you're not a dumbass, right? You got a couple valid points in here.
Because I'm playing kayfabe on here. I'm letting my shadow get to express itself from time to time.
What? Yeah, but why
it's sheer just entertainment to me. It's sheer entertainment. I'm letting my shadow out. It's a healthy release.
Many of us ain't up here for entertainment. Many of us are up here to learn something.
But I get that. I get that. That's actually
anime villain.
That's yeah. I was gonna say.
Anime villain. That's fucking funny. Yeah, that's accurate.
I actually get that about Imperius. But what
like I have to sit around all day and be the most polite, professional, punctual person to the dumbest people sometimes. I have to deal with engineers who don't know how to communicate and get things done. They only know numbers. Okay, and it's maddening.
Yeah, he's literally living a hell on earth. I get it.
Falling down.
Do you guys genuinely think I hate Ortho Guy? Like I know
you don't hate me. If you
he's
did,
a guy in like somewhere in the country. Like it doesn't mean anything.
He just look. We all come on this channel. We all come on YouTube to have some type of catharsis and speak about our ideas. I get where he's coming from. And I would never actually ban anyone unless
I'm just a complete asshole. That's the difference. I'm just a total asshole, and I don't care if anyone like that. It's because of like this. I have good friends in my life. I've had throughout my whole life. A lot of brothers and sisters, a lot of guys. So to me, I'm just like, look, if somebody doesn't like me out there, I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna throw this shit out there. I'm gonna throw this shit out. Dude, it's just fun. It's fun being the bad guy, dude. Like it just is. Like every actor, when they say they don't want to be Batman, they want to be the Joker.
I hate to be the party pooper. I'd like to go back to the topic. There was something about death that you were going
what I said was that, and this is true, what I did say, you have the force of will necessary to be a true leader. And this is why I don't like Andrew. You have to look forward to death because that should be your end goal, because you should want to see God eventually. Okay, and so like for me, I've almost died for the shit I've said. Like and like I've been, yeah, okay, and so again, it's what I mean by I just like I said, I like if you guys think I really care about Ortho, I wouldn't have come on here. Like again, there's a difference. I genuinely don't like Ortho. I just talk shit. Like you guys should understand the difference. I'm sorry, but like I said, I went to school back in a time when everyone was doing this shit.
We do, but you got to understand. Some of these people know what I've gone through in my personal life. I don't have time for it.
Well, then just say, look, come back. Like, dude, just say, come back another time. We're different show, or ban me. I don't even care to pick me off.
No, that's fair. I truly didn't mean to ban you. That shit's gay. Now, if you porn bombed or something, that's different. Like I truly didn't mean to ban you, even when I timed you out for 24 hours.
I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. Do you think I actually have? Like, I don't genuinely dislike any. Like, do you think I dislike Ben or Linwood?
It's not about you caring or not. It's about my principles. I don't believe in banning people.
Why is it such an amplifying topic to you, Impervious?
What, the banning? Well, because look.
No, the topic of the show.
No, not the topic of the show isn't. I don't have a problem with the show. I like I said, Ortho has decent context. I was hoping he would bring up. Honestly, we should really be talking about right now what's going on. Like that. I don't know. Maybe people aren't paying attention, but there's a big fight going on in the Secretary of State office right now. We're going to go to war with Iran, and Josh probably knows about this. It's imminent. That's what we should be talking about, because if that shit goes down, that shit's really going to hit some shit.
But that's hijacking his show. Its topic is, a challenge to the red pill.
No, I know. And like I said, we can challenge about the red pill. The red pill is full. It literally, what the red pill has done, and I've said this to Ortho before, red pill guys have turned men that have a predilection to simp for women to now simping for men.
It's also proliferated defeatism within our society.
Yeah. They're pro homosexuality because they want other men to worship men instead of. I respect men that at least simp for women. That's biologically somewhat natural. You simp for women, now man, you're a homosexual. So that's why I have a problem with the red pill.
I've been one of them red pill guys for 8 years. I used to be one of the big dogs in the space. So I'm just curious. All this sounds so foreign to me. I never encouraged any guy to simp for me. It was always work on yourself. To me, it's more simp for yourself than any other dude.
There was always a small portion of y'all who did push for men bettering themselves, but the vast majority of like pickup artists, this, that, and the third, like they were really, really kind of like feminists about it. Like most of the men's rights
and they promote it autistically. They say like, what if you do this, that'll equal this, and plus this, and you'll equal this woman with these looks. And it's weird, dude. Women are chaos. You're not going to be able to figure them out. Just do what you do, and they'll come around.
Let's slow it down for a minute, guys. Here's the thing, I came to the red pill space from the PUA space, and I wasn't no nerd or anything like that. I was just a soldier. Married to an idiot who wouldn't give me a divorce. So I went out and lived that life and learned how to really get good with chicks. It is what it is. I wasn't a nerd, didn't try to number fight or anything, and I eventually found the red pill space. But one thing that the nerds from the PUA days, the Neil Strausses, the mystery guys, they did do, they made female nature mainstream.
Trey. But you're giving valuable content, but you're like Truism said, your mic is failing you. You are choppy as a motherfucker.
My bad, man. I'm not on the. I don't have them on my set. I'm in my car right now, my headset. So my apologies. Let me switch to my headphones. My trucker headphones, man. Maybe that'll work. I'm just driving down the road. Luckily, I happen to have them on me. But can you hear me better now?
The reason the red pill even exists is because there's not enough dads that were around. Like, dude, do we not all remember that there's like a dad, like dads just told you, hey, watch out for chicks. They'll fuck with your head if you get too into them. I don't know.
What happened to dads? What happened to dads?
1 second. Yeti Life. I have to, anybody who joined the Discord, I have to give you a role before you see anything. I usually vet people. I think EAE and Yeti Life just joined. Y'all now have a role. My bad. Y'all continue.
Oh, you're
dude, don't let EAE, dude. EAE's gonna put all kind of low porn on your server, dude.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
He's gonna put low like 15 or 20 times, dude.
It's funny when we talk about dads and everything because I'm with Ortho. It all goes back to those people that have been kicked out of 109 countries. It was their mission to remove. Okay, first let's remove.
Dude, it's not the Jews, dude. Stop! I hate this, dude. I hate when people blame the Jews.
Come on, man. Here we go. You're spurting out, bro. Can I finish my point?
No, I'm just saying it's not the Jews, dude. It's people. Everybody's.
Can I finish my point, Impervious? Now, like whoever you want to point to, the Frankfurt School, whoever. The point of Marxism was to get the fathers out the home, the Negroes, the colored folks. And 60 years later, we see the results of it everywhere. Shiloh Hendricks sees the results of it. Austin Metcalf sees the results of it. You end up with families with either cut simp dads or just moms running the house. And that is extended on to every other group of women on the planet now. Women thinking they can raise boys by themselves. And it just rotates right back into female nature. I'm a strong, independent woman. I can do this until that fucking 16-year-old of yours is a grown-ass man and you can't control him.
I'm just saying, like, I think a lot of it is we've known from the beginning of history that homogenous societies are normally peaceful without a strong hand of the government. But if you're going to have a multicultural, multi-ethnic society, you have to have a strong hand of a government to enforce the peace. Because different peoples, different cult. It's just not normal. It's just like if you bring ants from Europe to Africa or African ants to South American ants, like they just fight. They're not. It's all animals do this, and that's it's not the Jews. It's not everyone manipulating on. Yeah, it has to have there been some political mechanization, sure, but honestly, a lot of it is no us. The elite, we're all having to come up our ass. We don't know what tomorrow's going to come. With all the tapestry and the webs of what's going on in the world and what controls what and what deal, like every second shit's happening. It's literally like we're just like it, you know what, Orthodox. Remember that song by Smashing Pumpkins, the world is a vampire song. That's literally what it is.
Yeah.
That's what this. It's perfect metaphor because the world is a vampire sent to drain. Like that's literally what it is. It's we're in hell. This world is hell. Of course, it's gonna be all.
I by and large agree with Imperius. However, there are ethnic organizations as well as multi-ethnic organizations that seek to influence how.
Well, yeah. There's interest. Yes, there's definitely interest by certain groups. Of course, I'm just saying, like everybody's fucked though. We're all fucked. The Jews are fucked. The Catholics are fucked. The whites are fucked. The blacks are fucked. The Asians are fucked. We're all fucked in our own ways.
Well, if you don't submit to God, you're just permanently fucked.
Exactly, but that's the thing. If you notice, the only reason that certain societies are more advanced than others is because certain societies followed the guidelines given by God more than others. That's all it is. Yeah. If you look at it, if you just look like, it's not like white people are just inherently better. No, they just followed the fear of God more. Same thing with, like, for example, the South Americans, the Latin, like, dude, like that's why there's more advanced. Asians too. If you look at the Filipinos and the Koreans and all that, same thing. The Chinese, even though they weren't Christian, they followed those same fundamental values. And it has to be like, you have to have a fundamental foundation in a society. And the problem is that in certain regions, the Middle East, certain Southeast Asians, Africa, like North Africa, Africa, a lot of these places they've lost their fundamental values. And same thing happening here.
Okay, so let me chime in real quick. So it's a lot of doom and gloom, and cool. Okay, cool. Now, with the doom and gloom, you're right. It affects all of us. But as an individual man, how do you represent or basically apply yourself according to the situations that are going on around you? Do you sit back and oh man, this shit sucks, it's happening to everybody? But you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna own it. You know what? I'm just gonna get paid and I'm gonna enjoy my life. I'm gonna get a couple bad bitches, get some farmland, and do whatever. Or I'm gonna travel the world, enjoy myself. I'm just gonna, be a fucking gooner. Like, you make your choice as a man to freaking accept how things are in the world and adjust to whatever condition you're part of. Or you sit up and bitch and complain about it.
Well, I think you control what you can control yourself and your surroundings. And you do what you can do to kind of create your world the way you want to emulate what is right or wrong in your value system.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was going to say. So, just took the wind out of myself.
No, like the mainstream media since 2008. I don't know what happened in 2008.
See, there it is. Mainstream media. Ortho, you know Alo, right? You know her or no?
No, I was.
Okay, hold on. Let Ortho. You know, she's like this 20-year-old little light-skinned girl. She's nice and sweet, but he is literally like, that's his goddess. So you're gonna get 15 to 20 pictures of her a day on your Discord, just to let you know. Ask Gary.
I'll just have to moderate.
Oh, you're gonna have to too. It's gonna get creepy.
By the way, Imperius, join the Discord, like, if you don't mind.
I never got the link. I never got the link, dude.
You never got?
What? No one ever gave me the link, dude.
Here, I'll DM you.
Just DM it to me. Yeah, just DM it to me. But no, look, I just think in general, it comes down to this. You have to have a fundamental belief that you're willing to go to the ends of the earth for. That's why our forefathers created the societies that we're still living off of, because they literally sacrificed the most. Even our grandparents, like back in the World War II days. Could you imagine any of us, just think about this, storming a beach while machine guns are firing and all of our friends and brothers and stuff are dying in front, and you still move forward, you know you're going to die? War's not even like that.
I honestly,
Afghanistan, bro. I can about 40% understand what they went through.
Yeah, I get. Okay, so yeah, you get a partial, but I'm saying, like, could you imagine Omaha Beach when they literally were just open those beach those beach cruisers, and they came down and machine gun fired about force 4 lines in front of you. You crawl over dead bodies, getting onto the beach, and then it's crazy.
Anybody who's been shot at, regardless if it was with a pistol, a rifle, or a machine gun, knows how terrifying it can be. And
I will tell you this: it shuts off. Everything else shuts off, and that need
everything's slow. Everything's slow. Everything seems slow, dude.
I'll tell you exactly what happens, man. When the bombs are blowing, everything's blowing up, and your body and your buddies next to you missing arms and legs. Is that everything slows down, and next thing you know, all you worry about is protecting yourself and your buddy next to you. How are you two going to get home? All that other shit does not matter anymore. What this hoe is doing, what's on TV, this movie coming out next year, none of that shit matters. It's how do we get the fuck up out of this situation? How do I look out for my buddies to my left and my right?
Yeah, it's mainly survival. It's survival. That's it, 100%.
Well, that's why, like in any, like when I remember getting shot at, like not intentionally shot at, but shot at because we were at a party and it went off. Like, dude, you the first thing you do is like you think you're shot. Like you go kind of like everything's slow. The sounds are all kind of off in the distance. Your ears feel like they're kind of blocked a little bit. You can't feel, you know what I mean? It's like all
you get tunnel vision.
It's an odd feeling unless you like your body feels vibrating.
Your heart. Here's the only thing. Your heart starts to pound in your chest. You can feel that your heart's beating 1,000,000 miles per hour.
You don't really remember how you got out of there. You're like, I don't remember how I ran or got out. I just remember
the fight or flight kicks in. Like you literally you're darting back and forth looking for an exit. And if you don't find one, you literally. In my case, I grabbed a gun and fired back because I was cleaning my AR and had the magazine sitting beside.
But here's the thing. I got one more point before I get up out of here in regards to that. And it's one of these things that whoever those people are doing this, what up, Snowman? Trying to put women on the battlefield. Chilling, man, chilling. But trying to put women on the battlefield. Like, based on what I've seen with my own 2 eyes, I do not want my daughters, who are very strong, very athletically capable, out there on the battlefield because I know what's going to happen. Most military dudes are simps. They're going to forget about the mission. Oh my God, we got to protect the hoes.
Or they're going to try and impregnate all the hoes.
I don't think that part's necessarily a natural simp behavior. Men are stronger.
I think we have to biologically protect the women. It's kind of
you don't get what I'm saying, bro. Those women are not women when you're on the battlefield. They're just another soldier. They don't have a vagina. All they are is another rifle holder.
This is why.
I think so, but I mean, even during like the world wars, like men would go into the houses of the towns and rescue the women of all that kind of shit, and go into get them out of there and stuff when bombs were going off and shit.
It's a different story when it's someone you're going in to rescue and it's someone that's fighting beside you day in and day out every day.
Yeah, because I saw it with MPs.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, the natural simp urge takes over.
I'm not a soldier.
If you think about it, this is why historically most battles or most battlefields have had women. It's all been men because women, they just distract men from what they're there to do.
A woman who would make a competent soldier is inherently a bad and mentally ill woman.
Look, you can see that what I'm saying is true just in modern work culture. You go to a factory or some kind of like foundry or something like that that's predominantly men, and you put a woman in there they've not been
the whole place slows down.
Yep, it shuts down work right now. Bam, everybody stops what they're doing, rubbernecking.
But thanks, Arthur, man. Sorry, Snow, man. I got to take out, man. I'd love to join the conversation another time, but I got to dip out, guys.
That's all right.
Trey. But before you go, you're on the red pill side, right?
Yeah.
So, because this was only meant to be like a really short stream. So I do want to have this. I do want to have the red pill conversation in depth because I'm not totally against it. I understand some of their complaints, but I think that ultimately it's a defeatist ideology, and I do want to talk. Specifically.
There's parts of the red pill that have their place.
Yeah,
they have prescriptions about like the legal aspects of marriage and like that shit. For sure, they do. Like it's not. Go ahead, sir.
I'll say this before I dip. It's the messengers and the interpreters. It's not the red pill itself. You got some charlatans out there and some cucks trying to
remember red pill's an idea first.
Yeah, but all right, guys, I got to take off. Peace.
Have a good one.
Be safe, Trey. Be safe. God bless.
I just think the problem with red pill literally it's just To me, it always seemed like common sense because I mean, I can recall back when I was like a little kid with like our friends, brothers, sisters, our whole group around the street and stuff. And kind of the same way you treated girls back then, like teasing them, kind of like ignoring them, messing with them. You treat them
you
that
pick
same
on someone
way.
you like.
Yeah, the same. If you treat them like that now, they kind of like it more. Like a lot of the complaints I hear from women that I know is not necessarily that men are too mean or bad or misogynist, or it's that men are too pussy. Like men literally are just
Exactly.
like, and to me, it's like the thing. And I get, it's women's fault, yeah, because they keep saying, we want nice guys, but they really don't. That all
They don't want nice guys.
No, you're right though. When you say you don't,
They want they want a guy that's nice
guys.
when it's convenient, but for the
they
rest
they
of
want a guy who will be nice when they want him to be in a certain situation, but a guy that will also throw them against the wall when they're in bed with them and stuff.
Well, not just in bed, but a guy that'll straighten them out. Even
yeah,
out in public
Tell them like, hey, shut up.
They crave correction.
Well, they crave they crave a solid rock. Like they want a guy to be the Rock of Gibraltar. They want you to like never change, to always like. I've always said it like this: they want you to just always be the same and let them go crazy and just run back to you and know that you're always there. That's essentially what they want.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. Cuck and weak men allow women to do that. They get cheated on. They get messed with, and they don't know how to deal with that. Sometimes you got to cut a bitch off.
Yeah, you just literally. The power in a relationship lies with the party who cares the least.
And sometimes you just gotta let some little brat get his ass beat by the other little brat, man. That's just anti-bully creating pussy.
Halted. I don't appreciate the way you worded that because it activated several neurons in my brain.
But they do though. She's right though. Because dude, they do like a little bit of that like threat of you. Like that's the thing. Like because dude. It's a weird dichotomy.
Correction makes their fucking panties wet.
They like violence.
That's why they like being smacked. Their hair pulled, being choked, shit like that. It makes them wet.
The best sex I've ever had is after like wrestling meets, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai matches, or after like we got into a fight or I yelled at another dude with a girl or something. They want to take you, dude.
Hey, Ortho, I had a buddy, one of my best friends in high school. He was dating this one bitch that. Every time they go out to the bar, she would literally get him into a fight with whoever she thought was the toughest guy out in the bar.
Fuck his brains out.
It got her off, dude. It like literally got her off, got her wet.
Raging Tomato, she mentioned on dates and stuff when she was younger, she'd go out and she would like challenge guys to games and shit. And she's extremely competitive. That is my favorite type of woman. My ex was extremely competitive.
No, this bitch was competitive to the nature. She would pick the guy that he would fight, basically.
And that's great though. That's great for relationships because that challenges you as a man. I love,
dude. I don't want my wife getting me into a fight every time we go out. I want my wife.
I don't mean like that though. So a woman who challenges you, like it's kind of hot. I like it, especially when
it's like that little bit. It's like an encouragement to take her and like throw her down and bend her over. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, it's hot. I like it.
No, like it's kind of like why I get off on dating like the kind of not powerful, but women that have like money or kind of are hard for men to get because they're the kind of women that walk around during the day that like everyone respects and to me there's that, and it's in my brain. I just love degrading those chicks in bed because it's just like like they're walking around like powered up all day and then you just do all this nasty shit too. You know what I mean? It's just great.
Make them cry and shit.
Yeah, well, not make them, but you know what I mean? Just like totally gag them out and you know what I mean? Things like it's just, I'm thinking because tomorrow they're going to be yelling at a bunch of people and in the back of your head,
a lot of these bitches you can just walk up and grab them by the pussy and they won't say nothing.
Oh, dude, there's this thing, dude. If you know how to grab a girl's hair, kind of by the nape of the neck, and like, but not by the hair, but like kind of by the base. Like if you put your hand, like spread your fingers and go by the base and pull it a little bit. Oh, dude,
They never say anything, but if you see somebody retard grip it, they'll get pissed as a motherfucker.
Hey Josh, why aren't you saying anything? You're glowing pretty heavy right now.
Well, because Josh, dude, he does all this. Have you seen Josh's wife is a monster, dude. Dude. Josh, tell him what she makes you do, Josh.
The dishes. What the fuck?
Josh, tell him that I already know what's going on.
She's scared, dude. She's scared. She's those Asian girls. She'll kill you, dude.
Oh yeah, she's commie. I think that's more. Maybe that's more commie. I don't know. Maybe it's Asian. I don't know. I can't tell.
You're calling her
EAE trying to look at this.
He's calling that thing she now.
He's not a Vulcan. He's a Romulan. That's what people don't realize. Like EAE is not a Vulcan. He's really a Romulan.
A Romulan. That's funny.
Well, she spit a kid out of a hole that doesn't exactly look like a penis. So I mean, I'm assuming that's a female.
Well, look, nobody was there to witness it that can corroborate what you're saying. So for all I know, that could be one of those fucking fake test tube baby things that you government agents grow.
The doctor was definitely there while I was complaining. Like, put it back. It makes too much noise. Put it back.
Yeah, I did.
So you're like what was it?
I asked the doctor, how mad would you be if we just left it here?
Can you check again?
tell the doctor it's your problem now. Just leave.
Can we just pretend that it's not coming out right now?
Oh yeah, I was looking for.
So Josh, have you met Lowe yet or no? You got to go over there and terrorize her with EAE. He will get all mad at you, dude, if you try to terrorize him.
I'm stateside now, right?
Where? No, are you back in New York or what?
Yeah, I'm back in upstate New York. Don't you?
Yeah, your property. Yeah.
Oh, that's where Glowies live.
Yeah. Well, he's got like a freaking
upstate.
He's got a 30-mile property, dude. Literally, he's got his own like.
That doesn't surprise me. He's a fucking Glowy.
Yeah, well, I said it. Yeah, I know, dude. Trust me, he stole all that money from Saddam, dude.
Damn.
No,
I bet you he got some of that fucking COVID kickback money. He was over there to helping.
Well, he was in China, or he was over there in Asia. So I mean, he probably released it from Wuhan.
He was over there laundering money for the feds, getting his little kickback, and taking fucking tabs on all of us on YouTube and shit.
Fuck y'all. Vast majority of that shit's inheritance. It's been in the family for years.
Look at EAE, dude. See, this is the thing with EAE. I would never do anything like that. I would much rather enslave people and have them working. Why would you want to get rid of you?
Why do you put the emphasis on enslave?
You got to slave them. You know what I mean? Like it's
well, human beings inherently want to be enslaved. I mean, it's in there. It's within their.
I've
DNA.
Made this argument for a year to CT, and you're starting to believe it. No, people want to be ruled.
Plato?
Plato. It was Plato. Plato. Human beings must be ruled. Sometimes, not always wisely, but ruled nonetheless. You know what I mean? I think that's
their own devices. They fucking turn feral and shit, and then
cause remember,
because the majority of people are not able or intelligent enough to govern themselves.
Yeah, well, because remember, the scariest thing isn't an overarching state. The scariest thing is chaos, pure chaos. Like that's the scare. People forget that pure chaos, no order whatsoever, is the scariest thing.
Well, Free Zone Lou, I'll counter that. It's not that people want to be told what to do. It's that true freedom, like freedom to actually choose every little thing about your life, is a lack of purpose.
It's a slavery.
People want
true freedom. If you have to sit and think about every little thing you do, you're mentally enslaved.
No, true freedom isn't slavery. True freedom means that you survive or you fail on your own accord. You take away the safety nets, and whatever you do, all the decisions you make are what determines the outcome of your life. That's real freedom.
Yeah, it's self-determination.
But even see, here's the thing: all these.
Unfortunately, you look at people that chose pure ultimate freedom. You know, all these wild men and bushmen that fucking ended up going out in the fucking woods and never returning. They ended up going somewhat feral. When you seclude yourself from society, there's something that goes awry in your brain.
Well, it's because we're not meant to have this true freedom. We're social creatures, and I was just about to say, true freedom, communism, true capitalism. All these things have one thing in common: is their adherents always say that blank that has never truly been tried, because it's impossible. It's
impossible to try.
Well, every idea is perfect on paper until you introduce the human.
Yeah, the sticky part is the implementation of the idea.
Well, ideas always seem to look perfect when they're cut and dry, but when you implement an outside variable that you can't track how it's going to go,
the human condition. The human condition, man. That's the thing. We're all, as much as we like to think we're all these orderly, perfect. We know what's going on. We know ourselves. We don't know anything.
We're preconditioned to want to be ruled, but at the same time want to rule, and at the same time want everything while we want nothing. We're confusing individuals.
So essentially, we're children, like God said, right?
Correct. And the sooner people realize that, the better off the world will be.
Well, I think if we accept the first, I learned this a long time ago. The smartest people understand how stupid they are. Yeah, because you never know none of us really know anything. We know a little bit about something. We know something. The human species, we don't know anything.
The one thing I know for a fact is I got more days behind me now than I have ahead of me.
Okay, yeah, death and taxes. There you go. We know that.
You know that I know for a fact that now I have lived more days than I have left to live.
I think so. After this birthday, now me too, because I'm 38 now, and 76 is like the average death for a guy, right? 76, something like that.
Between they say
young,
the average lifestyle.
Our time's now, old men.
Yeah, they say the average lifespan of a man is, I think, like between 75 and 78.
Yeah, and I honestly, I every day just dealing and listening to how the world is and the people in it and stuff.
Dude, if I'm one of the people that live to be 100 years old, I'm going to fucking cuss God out when I die.
Yeah, I don't want to live that long. No. I would rather if I can die at a time knowing like being at a happy, like let's say the world's going in a good place and you die in a happy time and thing, why not? You know what I mean? I'm fine at like 70, 75, fine, whatever.
Look, dude, I'm 46. If I have 30 years, look, dude, actually, if I have another 20 years left, I'll be happy with it as long as they're 20 good years that I have with my family. You know, I get to, make memories and all that shit. The way things are going right now, if the way things are going now or the way things can continue to progress, I'll be happy. But the way the world's going, I don't want to be around another 30, 40 years. I don't, because I'm going to be, I probably won't be physically able to do anything about anything going on around me. So why would I want to be a part of it?
Well, gentlemen, I'm about to end the stream. It was a great conversation.
Yeah, good conversation, you fucker. We'll still fight. We're still gonna fight.
I
stop this. None of this lovey-dovey shit. We're still fighting all the time.
Iron, steel sharpens steel, and I support it.
All right, good.
So do I.
All right, good job.
No respect, no disrespect for me, man. I ain't got no problem with the smoke.
But
all right, boys. Good talking to you. Send me the Discord in the or send DM it to me so I'll add it.
I DM'd it to you.
All right, cool. All right. Talk to you later, guys.
Talk to you later. I'm dropping Garian's link because when he went live, I was supposed to push everybody over there already.
You're a fag. You're a fag.
No, you. Takes one to know one, don't it?
Knows one to take one.
Whoa. All right. Love all of y'all. Thanks for watching. Thank you, panel, for coming up. Thank you, audience, for watching.
My message is white people. Stop being afraid to be white. Be proud of who you are. Stop letting people tell you that it's not okay to be who you are. Stand up. Grow some balls. Be men.
You know what? Couldn't say it better myself, and that's how we'll end. That's how we'll leave out on it.